Well, hello everybody. It's Marty Smith for PokerCalculatorReport.com and PokerSitAndGoReport.com. Hey, listen, I'm in a sit-and-go tournament here. I'm actually playing a $5 sit-and-go. Really, I'm basically trying to work myself off tilt because I've lost a few in a row. I really just want to finish in the money. It's just been one of those days where things have not been going right, and even though it's only a $5 tournament, I still like to take it seriously enough that if my intention was to go in it and win it, I'm still going to play to the best of my ability. Here I am in the third hand. I've already seen a couple of wankers go at it here, where one of them dropped 300 chips on the very first hand, and he's in the small blind here. So now I'm betting my ace-king here. And I know that I've got loose, silly players here already in the hand, so I want this flop to help me. Hey, it does, and it's a relatively decent flop here. The pot's 200, so I'm going to bet, half pot here, see who stays in. Both players call. Check out this turn card. That was not a very good card. First of all, it added to the draws out there, could have filled a draw, and now, based on the way those two players were calling, you got to think, my hand is not that strong anymore. It's going to be pretty dangerous for me to be betting out against these two players here. So now that these community cards have basically turned my hand into, well, a marginal situation, I'm going to treat it as such because I still have 1,340 chips. It's not a big loss. Look at a 500 chip bet here. And a re-raise. Wow. Okay, so listen. Against two players, a raise like that and a re-raise, well, someone's either trying to buy it or they've got it made. And even though I might be ahead here, it's still a pretty situation to be letting your tournament ride here, because I basically have to call 1,000, which is going to pot commit me to this hand, basically no matter what comes on the river. So when you see players like this, and you've already got tabs on them in that they're playing loose aggressive, you're going to get a lot more time later on in the tournament. This is very, very early. I have 1,340 chips. It's only the third hand. Yes, my hand looks strong here, but it's not strong enough to keep playing in this hand, so I'm going to drop it. And let's see who has what. He's going all in. He's going all in. And look at that. Now, listen. You might be saying that maybe I should have raised more and I would have got this guy out. But no, I saw him calling two hands already. So that would mean I would have to bet, something like 200 to get a guy like that out of the pot pre-flop. And that's not worth it with ace-king. I'm not going to put 200 chips out there pre-flop. I do want to get some value into it if the flop really helps me. And this one helped me moderately. But again, the community cards made it a dangerous situation. We're going to watch this player as time goes on in the tournament and just see what kind of a dunce he really is. It's the King 4 boat here. That's fine. That's good. I don't mind, somebody like that getting cards and chips early. So we're going to watch him. We're going to play tight and just pick our spots here. Very next hand. Guy's calling a raise again here. You think that I would have got him out of a hand with King 4 suited? No, now we're getting an opportunity to see, like I said, how really dunce he is. And we're just going to watch his hand play out. And you see so many mistakes this guy makes. Pot's 270 chips. There's 4 players in it. He's basically calling everything. Somebody puts out a small bet, 125. He re-raises, fold, fold. Now he's heads up. Okay, this guy re-raised. Call. Might be a brick here. Who knows? Might hit a straight. All in. Call. Insta-call. Look at that. Look at. Well, this guy didn't raise enough, so that's his problem. But this guy's got more problems than we know what to talk about here, because look at. Called a pre-flop raise. Called a big re-raise here on the flop. And then hit his second pair here. That made his hand. Wow. Beautiful. Let him play. That guy can play at my table anytime. Do we really even have to look him up at SharkScope? I don't think so, but just for the fun of it, let's do it. Here he is. Check it out. Super tilt. Super tilt. He just puts money in there to have fun. Check out that graph. Beautiful. You see a player like this who is that dumb, what's going to happen is that he's going to start aggravating other players who don't know how to handle players like that. Here he is again. Who's re-raising all in. I'm going to let this guy clear off the table for me, because everyone is going to get piss-pot mad at him when a player like this plays as dumb as he's been playing. It just aggravates other people to no end. Here he is min-raising another pot. He's actually taken some chips off this guy. He's taken some chips off this guy and this guy as well. I have really just been worn down here by blinds, and it's now getting near that stage where we've hit the 50 and 100 mark. I've dropped to the orange end zone, so I do have to, do something. If this was a min-raise, I would probably call this. Or if this was just a limp, I would probably call this. But again, I don't want to get caught out of position here. And I'm just going to wait for a hand where I can get heads up, hopefully against him, but if it's somebody else, that's fine too. But as I mentioned before, players like this just make you do stupid things. And this guy here, who had 900, almost 1,000 chips, pushes the re-raise here thinking this guy's going to fold. You can't bluff morons like this. So, especially with just 900 chips, it's not going to really hurt him. A6, 3-6. Look at, he tried to take him out of the pot. 3-6. So you just can't beat these guys by having a blockhead challenge and pushing your stack in there hoping he's going to fold. The guy has like 7,000 in chips now. It's just redonkulous. He's in. Ah, shit. I don't think I'm going to push anyway. He's too short. Bet. See if he bets. I would probably call this guy all in. Let's push him, yeah. What are you going to do? He called. Queen 8, he called that. He had 3,000 left. Wow. To the extent of how silly he really was. All right. As you can see, that guy really helped me clear the board. He actually helped me get into the money by clearing the board. And a lot of times when you see players like that, it's just best to let them roll with it and let everybody else donk their chips off to him, or, at the very least, he gets eliminated. But usually a huge transfer of chips in the early and middle stages of a tournament just accelerates and increases the probability of you making the money. So once you spot a guy, a couple of players like that at your table, let them have their fun. Just let them go for it, and you can sit tight and then make the right moves once you get into the money. If you haven't tried the Tournament Indicator, it's great for sit and go tournaments. 48-hour unlimited trial download. You can get it at my site at pokercalculatorreport.com. Use it free for 2 days on any amount of tournaments you can play, and then decide if you like it. It's a great tool. Anyway, guys, take care, and we'll talk to you next time.